Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of Trek on Tuesday. It is Tuesday, a little bit later in the day than we normally do it. That's because we are live from the 2025 National Annual Meeting in rainy Orlando, Florida right now. But the meeting is off to a great start. One of the highlights of the meeting is the exhibit hall. We're going to take you in there right now and talk to some of our most valuable sponsors, including the presenting sponsor of the 2025 National Annual Meeting.
I'm not sure if we're again or what. Food services is tough.
Oh no, you're fine.
We want to introduce everybody real quick to our good friend Shanna from Upper Crust Food Service. Upper Crust is the presenting sponsor of the 2025 National Annual Meeting. Shanna, how are you today?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We are so honored to have you here. Upper Crust provides a really valuable, really unique service that I honestly was not that familiar with until today. But you know, we've all been to summer camp. We've all had summer camp food, for better or worse. Shannon and I were talking.
True.
Shannon and I were talking earlier about how food can be a make or break deal. Upper Crust has a solution. Tell us about Upper Crust and what you guys have to offer.
Sure. So we are a total food service package. We will come in, operate your kitchen, take the headache off, so that as a camp professional, you can do what you love to do, because I don't think anybody would raise their hand saying, I love doing dishes when somebody doesn't show up. So we buy the food, supply the staff, work with the camp on the menus, and then actually clean the kitchen, get the kitchen kind of wrapped up for winter. When camp is over, we start usually with the camps at training. So we're coming in and our staff is getting to understand the camp, and we're feeding the staff, and we just roll right into camp season.
Very, very cool. Yeah, feeding a bunch of hungry campers. Sometimes it's a few dozen, sometimes it's a few hundred.
Yes.
I imagine. Do scouts get hungry during summer camp?
Oh, a little.
Yeah.
A little. So we're usually 3 meals and a snack. Sometimes it's 2, depending on the camp and what they require. There's usually always s'mores, which is what we've got at our booth. A cook your own.
Be sure you get a shot of the s'mores.
And then the great part is, over our time doing this, we find that most campers are eating about 1.5 times more than a male college student. Because
I believe it, right?
Camp,
even 13, 14-year-old kids,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yep, they are eating. Camp keeps them very active. You know, there's no sitting on your phone. Watching Facebook, which we're very happy we're doing right now.
Love to do that now, yes.
But in the camp world, you know, they are on a schedule and they're busy and they're growing, which is, I kind of think, that piece of, you know, that everybody misses, is they're still an active, growing person.
Right.
So we want to make sure they're getting fresh food, homemade food, fresh vegetables, very nutritious. And depending, you know, for some of our high mountain camps, you know, we're kind of also making sure there's more protein, more electrolytes, all those pieces that a camper needs. And then we handle the diets too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many considerations to camp food that the average attendee like me might not realize. The great thing about Upper Crust is they handle all that. I mean, the kitchen, the cleaning of the kitchen, the equipment, not to mention food, dietary restrictions, all the things like that. Shanna, this has been great. We're so happy to have you here.
We're excited to be here.
At the National Annual Meeting. Anything else the folks need to know?
No, just come by for those that are here, please come by the booth. You're going to come back later and roast a marshmallow with us.
My favorite, we've talked about this before, my favorite camp food is s'mores, and they have this cool setup right here. I'm going to come down and take a sample, maybe 2 or 3 samples from the s'mores here. Thanks so much to Shanna and our friends with Upper Crust Food Service. We will do that. Let's move on to our next sponsor real quick here.
Hey everybody, welcome again to our National Annual Meeting live coverage. We're here in the exhibit hall right now. It's actually the exhibitor showcase right now, so you're going to notice things are going to be picking up. There's going to be a lot of buzz, but I am buzzing about our next sponsor. Let's come on over here. Hi Jim, how are you?
Hi, nice to see you.
Thanks for agreeing to speak with us again today. I know we prepped you a little bit before we went live, but Microsoft Tech for Social Impact. What is that?
So great question. So Microsoft Tech for Social Impact is a group within Microsoft devoted to serving nonprofits around the world. So the group that I'm in works with North American nonprofits. So we work with Scouting America, at the national level. We work with other organizations like Red Cross or YMCAs or such. And the idea is that our mission is to help nonprofits leverage the technology that Microsoft makes to do more good in the world.
Okay, so what does that look like, and how would it impact somebody on like maybe a unit or council level in scouting?
So Scouting is an interesting organization because it's kind of a federated model, right? You have a national organization and you've got smaller divisions and you've got councils and you've got, even troop level, right? So the way that we engage with Scouting America is through the national organization, because they can license with Microsoft, they can get the nonprofit discounts and the agreements for using our technology and then distribute that out, right?
Sure.
So Microsoft is kind of an interesting organization because not only do we sell to businesses, but we sell to individuals, right? You can go online and buy a license yourself. But the benefit of working with Tech for Social Impact is that we give grants, right? We do discounted software. Microsoft last year gave about $4 billion to the nonprofit space worldwide in discounts, licenses, grants, and charitable gifts.
Wow, so an incredible opportunity for a lot of the people here today and a lot of the people watching who couldn't make it to National Annual Meeting. I know I work at the national office and we use Microsoft products every day. I don't even think about, how did that relationship begin to form, and maybe now I have a little bit more insight. So what are you hoping to accomplish here in the exhibitor hall at National Annual Meeting?
So our number one reason to be here is to let people know what's going on, right? Not many people know what Microsoft does aside from, put commercials on and surfaces at NFL games or something like that. So our mission is really to get the word out and to let the folks who are up and down the ranks of Scouting America know what's available, what's possible, and also what the new technology is doing. So my focus is in Copilot, which is generative AI. I'm giving a session on Thursday, talking about what is it, and how do you use it? And also, more importantly, from my perspective, how does Microsoft help you do better with it?
Very cool. I'm going to catch your session for sure. Okay, I know we have limited time with you. I know that I just learned a lot from this short conversation we had. Encourage people to stop here by the booth or check out the URLs you're seeing on screen right now to learn a little bit more about Microsoft Tech for Social Impact. What have we missed? Is there anything else we want folks out there to know?
No, not really. I mean, this has pretty much covered it.
You're a pro. You covered it all.
We're very happy to be here. Very happy to be sponsors and very happy to be working with Scouting America.
It's a pleasure. Okay, well, we'll see you around. I'll be back, for one of these pens.
Awesome. Yeah, have some pens, have some stickers.
Okay, come on this way. So it's super cool getting to meet lots of different people at National Annual Meeting. Next sponsor is no different. I haven't gotten to meet him before. Here we go.
Let's come meet our new friends. We're meeting all kinds of new best friends here. This is a company, they're called Symbol Arts. And Chad, how you doing, sir?
Welcome, good.
Nice to meet you. Yes, this is Chad from Symbol Arts. You guys are based out of where?
Ogden, Utah.
Ogden, Utah. Awesome.
Yes.
And you can get a quick shot here, Bria, of their display here. I see coins. I see pins. Nobody loves patches more than Scouting.
Right.
Chad, just tell us about Symbol Arts and what you guys offer.
Yeah, so Symbol Arts is the leader in diamond quality custom recognition items. So we've been doing this. We're celebrating 40 years this year.
Nice.
We've been a licensee of the Scouting program for over 15 years. And anything you want to promote, your council, troop, camps, right? We make it all. If you can think it, we can make it. And so we've been, like I said, we've been partners with the Scouting program for years. I myself grew up a Scout.
Nice.
I'm an Eagle Scout.
Okay,
Both
cool.
of my sons are Scouts.
Very
Eagle
cool.
Scouts, right?
Very
And
cool.
so it's near and dear to my heart, and I'm just thankful that I can still be part of it.
Now, I want to talk about that real quick. The value of working with a licensed Scouting America company.
Oh, yeah.
Generally speaking, you can go buy this stuff from almost anybody, but a licensee is the way to go. Can you talk about the value of that? Being a Scout America licensee, they're allowed to use our logos, right?
100%.
You're allowed to print these things. It's official, right? And the money is going to somebody that basically we know understands the program, knows Scouting. Talk about your experience with that being a licensee.
Not only that is you get a lot of people that want to do just some crazy designs, right?
Right.
Don't
right.
get the trademark.
Absolutely.
And every design and every artwork we create, we send to Scouting America for approval. And then we're also with that, like kicking back in royalties, right? So that's going to the program. So we feel like we're supporting Scouting in that way as well. And everything you're getting, is licensed and it's approved.
Right.
And there's not many of us out there. So we're really proud to be selected as one of those.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a great point. It's a win-win-win when you go with a Scouting America licensed company. So yeah, you mentioned coins, pins, patches, medallions. Is there any particular item that you're most proud of, where we can show the folks at home? Anything that you want to show off what you guys can do?
I love the belt buckles.
Let's show the belt
buckles. They're starting to, they're really popular. Like Symbol Arts, just so you know, we've been in business 40 years. Primarily, we did a lot of business in public safety. So if you ever got pulled over by a police officer, chances are they're wearing a Symbol Arts badge.
Maybe that
right?
happened before, sure.
With that, buckles are real popular with sheriff's departments. They've filtered into scouting now, and with the camps and with different things, we make some really fun belt buckles. And I'm from Utah, so I'm kind of a country folk, and I love belt buckles, right?
Nice.
So that's what I kind of typically gravitate to myself.
Awesome. And you said you were an Eagle Scout?
Yep, I'm an Eagle Scout. Kept me on the straight and narrow as a young man.
Right.
And my boys that are now 26 and 30, they were both Eagle Scouts.
Both Eagle Scouts. Well. Were you involved in their troop at all?
Oh, 100%. I was a Scoutmaster for years.
Oh man, he's our favorite person.
So just coming back to it, right? As a company, just being able to work with the Scouting America is near and dear to my heart, like I said.
That is great. Well, we are honored to have you here. Anything else the folks need to know at home about Symbol Arts and what you guys have?
I would say one last thing. Next year is America's 250th.
Yeah.
We are the exclusive provider with America 250 for Scouting America. So if you want anything related to that 250 logo through Scouting America, we're the provider for them as well.
Okay.
So next year's going to be a fun year with America's,
It's going to be significant. Yeah, awesome. I didn't know that. Great to see you. Well, Chad, so nice to meet you.
You too.
Glad that you're here. Thanks. Look forward to seeing you around. Let's move on to our next booth here. Yeah. So
yeah, we get to see the full little front view of.
Yes.
We're only talking to a handful of sponsors right now.
There's a much deeper well of sponsors in the back. We're talking to the ones at the front. Gina is going to do a visit real quick with our next sponsor.
Yes. And I am taking a lot of meticulous time, really spend my time and enjoy these interviews, which I do because I love meeting people, but I cannot wait to do a little tour of this exhibit hall. There's all kinds of cool freebies going on. I know for people at home, that's one more enticing feature to get yourself to National Annual Meeting in future years. And if you are, definitely do a tour of the exhibit hall. There is a lot of cool stuff up for grabs. My favorite freebie I've seen so far is actually at Black Pug Software. It's this sweet little fan, but also like messenger stuff. Okay, that's not the point. The point is we have got Autumn and Steve here. Thank you for joining us. I think this is our second year getting to talk on our live video, right?
It is, yes.
Very cool. Okay, so Black Pug Software, we have a long-standing relationship with you all, I believe. What brings you back to National Annual Meeting year after year?
8 years ago, we came for the first time. We hadn't been before. And we just loved it. The energy is just incredible. And to have the opportunity to talk to all these scouters, to exchange ideas, to hear what they need to do, it's just been wonderful. So we come back every year, and we will continue to come back every year.
Okay, that's quite the review. I feel the same way. For the people at home maybe viewing for the first time, or maybe this is their first National Annual Meeting, what is Black Pug Software?
So quite simply, we provide software services to Boy Scout or to Scouting America councils, but it's more than that. Scouting America, the councils, they are charged with providing a great scouting program, and we want to make sure our software helps them do that, right? So we listen to them, we work with them, we understand what they're trying to do, and that's our whole goal. So what we really focus on are camps, summer camps, day camps, weekend camping, all their events and activities, their online store, but also their membership and their unit accounts and things like that.
Okay, so a lot of folks at home might be using Black Pug Software all the time if you're involved in a scouting unit and not even realize it. I know if they're at home wondering what I'm wondering, it's the most important question I think we're going to cover here today. Where did the name come from?
So I've had pugs my whole life, and they're wonderful little dogs, but they don't know they're a little dog, right? They're tough little guys, and when we started, we knew we were going to be the little dog, but we were going to act like the big dog, and we were going to do things the right way, and so that's where the name. You have to
start the little dog. I love that. The story behind it. I think it's a great name. It's catchy. You all clearly know what you're doing, or you wouldn't come up with such a buzzy name. We love Black Pug Software. We're about to move on. I know we have a short amount of time today, but is there anything else you want the folks at home to know? Autumn?
We are always trying to continuously improve our software. We value all the feedback. We take it all seriously. We take that and put it in our product to make sure year after year we're constantly growing and bringing in more councils so we can keep getting better and better.
Very good. Well, Autumn, Steve, thank you again. I'll be dropping back by because, like I said, the fan is my favorite thing I've seen. I cannot wait to grab one. Black Pug Software,
Thank you.
definitely like family to us here in scouting. I'm curious if anybody at home knows, do you use Black Pug Software? Let us know in the comments. Maybe you use it all the time and you don't even know it. Okay, next up, this is another one I think a lot of you all are probably using.
So our final visit today is with this company we're called PermaCard.
Yeah.
And I'm visiting with Tracy here. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Aaron.
It is so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Tell us about PermaCard and what you guys have to offer.
So PermaCard is a laminated manufacturer. So 99% of the products that come off our floor are laminated products, right? Like the credentials today. And we are a perfect fit for PermaCard, for Scouting America for sure. So we print camp cards for them. We've been licensed for about 9 years now. We print for over 50 councils.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'd love to print for more.
I'm going to show off some of their stuff on display here, Bree, if you could show us real quick. A lot of us recognize camp cards.
Yes.
One of the more popular Scouting America authorized fundraisers that are out there.
Yeah.
We'll just get into it real quick. You know, it's a discount card that Scouts sell in front of stores and shopping malls and things like that. A great way to raise money for your unit. You know, somebody has to make these things, right?
That's right.
Which it's not necessarily something that you think about. Tell us about that process. I mean, how does it work? How do you guys put these together?
So the process is really simple. The customer brings us the merchants. We don't provide merchants, but they bring those to us. We do all the artwork and the design, and then we print them for you. And we can print them and distribute them to each of the different units. We can do however, we can send those out however you need.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And there's a couple of other products here. Anything else we can show off to the folks at home?
There is. So like I said, everything that we do is a laminated product.
Yeah, pick it up and show them. This is not just a little flimsy sheet of paper.
Right.
So you guys see, this is laminated.
It is laminated.
It's
a great product.
It looks great.
Yes,
Yeah, it really does.
it's beautiful. It's waterproof. It's washable. It's not your typical laminated product. This is a recruiting product. So this helps. Well, this is called a new mover. We send these out to all the new movers that come into the to that council area.
Yeah.
And we specifically target kids that are the right age, the appropriate age for that. So these come straight back to the council. It's got a great return.
And then I just want to show folks, this is really great. It just says council name.
Yes.
So this could be your council
Right
here, right there. Yes. You could have a QR code, the name, the phone number, the information for your council. Council at email. I don't think that's a real email address.
Right.
You
Exactly.
Put your real email address on there. Something like this is so much more valuable. True story, Tracy. I mean, we had the flyers that we passed out that were paper, and they end up torn up. They end up stuffed in a backpack. They end up crinkly. They're almost unreadable.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that much good. If they don't last, it doesn't do that much good if they don't last at least a few days.
That's right,
Yes.
exactly. Laminated products tend to get an 8 to 10% return on your investment over paper products.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You're just going to hold on to it. Nobody wants to throw away a laminated
it's
product,
too nice to throw it away.
That's right,
Even
exactly.
when you're done, you want to put it on the refrigerator or something like that.
That's right.
Yes.
Our products are completely, we can put as much variable on that card as you need. So it can be personalized to the camper. It can be personalized to anybody.
Can I show this one off real quick here? It looks like it's an official Arizona Cardinals.
It
is this a bookmark?
It is. It's actually a credential.
A credential.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a credential.
Oh yeah. See the little hub. Yeah.
That's right.
PermaCard did our credentials here. This is a true story. When I checked, I've been to several national annual meetings, and when I checked into this one, I was like, I didn't know who did it. So this is the best credential I think we've ever had.
We've gotten lots of compliments on this
and
our sign.
They look amazing. Thanks so much. We're so glad you're here, Tracy. Any final thoughts you want to share with the folks at home before we let you go?
Just come by and see us. We'd love to work with you too.
Yes, so we'll be here at NAM all week long. You can also go to their website. I think Behind the Scenes Brian threw that up on the screen earlier. Thanks, Tracy. It's nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
Enjoy
Thanks,
talking
guys.
with you.
Appreciate you.
Yes,
Have a great day.
We are going to wrap up our show with one more visit with our title sponsor. Gina, it's Upper Crust Food Services. We talked to them earlier.
Why on earth would we be going back to Upper Crust Food? I do wonder.
There's a specific reason why. The reason why, Gina, you and I have talked about this. I love s'mores.
Mhm.
and they have s'mores.
And
Let's go
I
check
think
it
that's
out.
extremely unique to you because you
Yes,
like s'mores.
yes.
Not many people.
I'm not
Okay, who are we
afraid.
kidding?
I'm not afraid to come out and say
Yeah,
it.
drop a comment if you love s'mores. Aaron and I will take one for the team. We'll eat one on
Yes.
your behalf. We'll describe it in great detail. Aaron especially is going to describe every single
You know, there's an art.
profile.
There's an art to
games
making
from-
s'mores, Gina. Not just everybody can
Oh,
do
I
it. There's
agree.
all kinds of different opinions on how well done the marshmallows should
Yes.
be.
There are
Let's-
s'mores purists out there who think only
yes,
do it over
right.
a campfire. There are people who are like, no, do it with like your creme brulee torch, all that. There's some people do it with your little indoor grill like we're about to do.
Exactly.
I believe in a s'more in the microwave. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a s'more in the microwave is better than no s'more, but it's also a little bit sacrilegious.
Here you go. I
Yeah,
started.
look at yes. So let's just show the folks. You see that
This?
just a little bit of brown. Is that enough brown? What do you think? A little. What would you do?
It's all preference,
Would you do a
right?
little- it is all preference. I remember when I first went camping with my son's Cub Scout pack. They cooked those s'mores like well done. These are a little bit more. What would you say? Medium rare.
Gentlemen, join us.
Upper Crust, the presenting sponsor of the 2025 National Annual Meeting, they're very busy. They have a lot of guests coming on here. So,
Well, and we're just happy. So you can get a nice toast here.
I need to do that. I like
Yeah.
it very toasted, and we'll be live until we get these
yeah,
perfectly.
and
Well, so the one thing it will not happen, it will not catch on fire. So if you are the one that likes it charcoal flaming, that will not happen.
No, I like exactly what
this,
you've got
is
going.
is this item here something that you guys use at scout camps?
No,
Okay.
no, we just do this to get
This
you
is
to
just
the
for
table.
here. Okay, gotcha.
Come see us and talk to us because it's not something that you can do quickly.
We
But
are like
you-
little testers because that's exactly what happened to us. We couldn't help ourselves but come back.
I am
Now, if
happy
you
to
want,
test
I
s'mores.
am happy to give this one.
Yes,
to you.
I do want
I want it.
Okay.
I
No,
want it.
I want it.
Okay, so we also have. You can have yours.
I'm going to let mine go for a few
You can
more
have yours.
seconds.
You can have
Yes.
yours.
I want
And I'll have
Gina's
mine.
looks better though.
Thank you so much.
And that is on a chocolate graham cracker, so you have your choice.
Oh
of
yeah,
chocolate
look, yeah,
or
the different.
regular.
The
But-
hospitality over here at Upper Crust,
Uh,
it cannot be beat.
In case you
Well,
missed
thank
the
you.
part of our show earlier,
I'll take
Upper
your
Crust
pointed
Food
stick.
Services offers food services at scout camps.
Thank
They
you.
take over everything, 3 meals a day,
And
a snack usually, and s'mores.
S'mores. Yeah,
I
there we
mean,
go.
seriously, folks. Yeah, I think mine's about ready. Gina, did you try yours?
I have never had one with the chocolate.
I haven't either.
cracker.
I guess
That
I
is
guess I'm going to try
special.
that myself.
There you go, and I'll take your pointed stick.
Thank you, but keep that pointed stick a safe distance away from me.
Now that's a
Okay.
woman who's been around scouts.
That's right. And then you got to tell us how it is.
Let me see
with
how
the
this
chocolate.
is.
What's funny is no one is
Mm.
stopping coming up to the table, even
No.
though we're here. They
Yeah.
cannot help
They don't
themselves
care.
but
There's
come up.
food, there's s'mores. They're coming in to get their
Yeah,
s'mores.
right.
We haven't had anybody say I don't like s'mores today, so that's good.
See, Aaron.
Exactly. I'm not the only one. Well,
Thank you so much for
Thank
this.
you.
This is
Yeah.
a first. This is a live video first. I don't know.
I
If
know.
have we ever eaten? Maybe we've eaten something, but
I
not
don't remember.
s'mores.
Not s'mores though.
No.
I'm going to give
Come
this
back again.
the chocolate graham
absolutely.
cracker an A+. I think it's delicious.
I love
it's
it.
amazing.
I love it.
Yes.
Everyone go home. Well, you probably are home. Try this. If you're at National Annual Meeting, be sure to stop by Upper Crust. This is going on right now.
Mhm.
They think I hope you have a lot because people are coming in swarming. Okay. They must have brought like a semi truck full of marshmallows for this. They're flying off the shelves. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. Aaron's speechless, both because it's so delicious and because his mouth is full. We're really lucky to be kicking off the week here at National Annual Meeting. We'll be bringing you all the news coming out of the meeting. So stay tuned. We'll be live probably every day, maybe multiple times a day. We'll see. And until then, see you next time.
Bye, everybody.